It is great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Baylor Bears and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, the Bears head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas Tech's offense will have the football first. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came and were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out, dude.
And I promise you they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded, it's been mentioned, it's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger, to get them going for this football game.
Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. The receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, fourth down, own territory, going for it. Turns it on in midfield. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. The Red Raiders are flying down the field. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. And the Red Raiders go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
On the snap, it's Henderson. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Making the adjustment. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! On the sideline, got it in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So the 16-play drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to try to return this one. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. The Bears offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. All the way back at the 5. And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down to the air. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety.
I like the aggressive nature by this defense. They've got the opponent backed up on the goal line. They're going to send the blitz, try to get an extra guy in on the pass rush, and they get home getting the safety.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period will be a second down. The run inside. It's Danzy. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his man. It's Barney. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Second down, gonna throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Breaks the tackle. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Fresh set of downs going to the air. He'll pull it down. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Turner.
But one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run He's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Bears will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Secures it at the 30, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Red Raiders come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Handoff again. Swamped immediately.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's past the marker.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Now the toss. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Dawson. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Ford. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Lets it fly. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st. Oh, pressure's coming. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Straight ahead, it's Turner. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Bears moving quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Caught. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bears!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. On target over the middle. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Drops back on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Sees some running room. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. The 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he's coming out of the end, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They'll stop the clock here as one of the Red Raiders remains down. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Searching for space. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
you know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball. But
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. A linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last two plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
Caught. Past the 40. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Red Raiders in the hurry-up. Got to make the play on 4th. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. DB's right up on the receivers. To the air, it's Dawson. Had to get rid of it quickly.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Going for the big play. Makes a grab down the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. 2nd and long here. Motion from the wide receiver. Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
Offside.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Turning it on. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the 1st down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Turns out it's Henderson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. It's 3rd and 5. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To the air, it's Hammond. Right side, it's Bowman. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Red Raiders are marching down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch, it's Bowman. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking.
Snags it, and he's open. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Making the adjustment on the play. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive, and to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Sells to run, looking to pass. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Just gets rid of that one.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Bears will punt it away on fourth down. Trying to get started. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. There's some daylight. He's got the first down. Breaks into the open. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Martin. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They marched 56 yards to the end zone and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's loose on the right, the 50. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Dawson. He'll throw it. He's got it. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Bears have pushed it inside the 20. Play action on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The give on the counter. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. 3rd down, they need 12. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game